From Nevada, Senator Jackie Rosen.
Well, good morning, everybody. Oh, what a crowd we have here today. Looking good, and you braved the heat to come out. Thank you, thank you. And you're here to welcome Vice President Harris back to the east side of Las Vegas. And we are also glad to be here with Nevada's Latino community. Yeah. You know, Vice President Harris, she's been a champion across the country for restoring women's rights, for tackling the climate change, and for taking on the epidemic of gun violence. Yeah. And President Biden and Vice President Harris and so many other Democratic leaders are showing up in our state because they know what? They know Nevada matters. Nevada matters, right? Nevada matters. And they know what it takes to win with our diverse working class state. And guess what? Nevada's going to be center stage, once again deciding control of the Senate and the White House. And there's going to be a stark choice for Nevada voters in November. And here's your choice. It's a choice between the threat of a nationwide abortion ban or the promise of restoring Roe and protecting reproductive freedom. You have a choice between Republican extremists who still want to repeal the Affordable Care Act or Democrats who want to continue to deliver health care and lower prescription drug prices. You have a choice between more tax breaks for the ultra-wealthy, those giant corporations. Yeah, they're ripping us off a little bit. Or real tax cuts and lowering costs for who? For the hardworking Nevada families, for our middle class, for every one of us out here today. And you have a choice between more violence, like January 6th, putting our democracy at risk, or what? Or respect for the rule of law. Because freedom and democracy are on the line. And your help is going to be key to winning Nevada this November. From stopping extreme MAGA Republicans from undoing all the progress that we've made, undoing all of it. And as all of you here know, Latino voters are decisive in deciding the outcome of Nevada elections. Yeah. But let's be clear, we still have some big challenges ahead of us, and the stakes, they just couldn't be higher. The cost of living is still too high, and we know giant corporations are driving up those prices. And it's why we're taking on these powerful special interests. We're working to lower the cost of housing, of gas, of groceries, prescription drugs, everyday essentials, to lower your monthly bills right at the kitchen table. Thank you. And we're fighting back against those corporate investors, those big oil CEOs and those billion-dollar corporations who are driving up every one of these prices and hurting our hard-working Nevada families up and down the state. And you know what else we have to protect and fight for? Nevada workers to join a union. Right. Our unions are strong, and we want to help Nevada workers join a union, organize their workplace, and do what and why? Because everyone deserves to earn a living wage. And on top of all that, we're committed to delivering immigration reform that does a few things. Restores order at the border, keeps illegal drugs and weapons out. We don't want them coming across. But we must also create pathways to citizenship for those who've been here for so many years, paying taxes, playing by the rules, being part of our community. going to say hello to the second gentleman. Give him a big round of applause. No, it's all good. We love the second gentleman. He's doing a lot of good work. And he knows this is the only way for us to keep making progress in Nevada, for Nevada families, for all of you, for all of us, is to do what? Elect Democrats up and down the ballot next November. And where does it start? Well, you can follow me on this one. It starts where? Right here. Where does it start? Right here. Right here in this room. Because everything that we fought for, everything that we've accomplished together, everything that we need to protect could be taken away in a second by Sam Brown, by Donald Trump and their extreme MAGA agenda. And I'm going to tell you why. Sam Brown, he praised the extreme plan to phase out Social Security and Medicare in just 5 years, putting Nevada seniors' benefits, the benefits they've earned through working hard their whole life, at risk. We going to let Sam Brown do that? No! Sam Brown, it's another thing he wants to do, extend Trump's massive tax cuts for those ultra-wealthy, those giant corporations. He wants to keep letting them get away with not paying their fair share. You all pay your fair share, right? That hurts all of us. We gonna let him get away with that? No. And Sam Brown even opposed that bipartisan border deal before the text of the bill was even released, all because, well, who told him to? Donald Trump told him to. And who does that hurt? All of us. We're not going to let that happen. And to top it all off, Sam Brown is a direct threat to every woman's reproductive freedom. Every woman.
Sam Brown is a clown.
Well, I'll tell you what he's done. He's supported banning abortion even in the cases of rape or incest. He pushed to overturn Roe versus Wade, paving the way for extreme attacks on reproductive rights in every state across this country. That hurts all of us. That hurts all of us. And we're not going to do what? We're not going to let him. Because elections are about choices, my friends. Choices. And in this race, there is a very clear choice between me and my MAGA extreme opponent. I've lived in Nevada nearly 50 years. I will always put Nevada first. My opponent will always put partisan politics first. We know who else he's putting first. And that's the key difference. And that's the choice that we all face this November. So we have a tough race ahead of us. But I know that we're going to win. All of us here in this room, we're in this together. We're fighting for our rights, our freedoms, and most importantly, we're fighting for our shared future in Nevada. Because we depend on each other. We know that. We matter. Nevada matters. Everyone here matters. And our future, our shared future, matters. So we're going to need all hands on deck. I know you're ready. Are you ready out there? And yeah, we matter. We're going to defend that Senate majority. And we're going to hold the White House. We're going to let the Vice President talk to you about that. But I want each and every one of you here to join me on this mission of our shared values and our shared future, to be part of Team Rosen. So you can go to rosenfornevada.com and you can find more ways to get involved, keep our grassroots momentum going, and we need to get to work because the choice is clear and we're not going to let them take anything away from us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We are going to get to work. We are going to win Nevada, and we're going to finish with Nevada matters. Who matters? We matter. Thank you.
Please welcome special guest Norma Ramirez.
It is an honor and a privilege to be standing here today. I am Norma Laura Ramirez Miranda, a doctor in clinical psychology. I am also a DACA recipient. And most importantly, I am a daughter who loves her mom very much. I believe strongly that when circumstances, systems, and limiting beliefs say, you can't, this isn't for you, I say, I can, I do, and yes, it is. That belief is what gave me the courage to apply for DACA, pursue graduate school, and the courage to start Alebrije Psychological Services so that our adult communities could have access to free therapy and immigration mental health evaluations. My life changed in 2017 when Donald Trump tried to end DACA, a program that has allowed young people from across the country the opportunity to come out of the shadows and contribute more to our communities, economy, and our country. I joined others in a lawsuit to stop Trump from ending DACA. Last night, Trump promised, as he has in the past, to continue mass deportations and mass detentions, and use hate-filled rhetoric that puts all Latino families at risk. On the other hand, today we are joined by a leader who has spent her career fighting for Latino communities, including Dreamers. One of the first actions President Biden and Vice President Harris took in the White House was to roll back Trump's effort to end DACA. And just last week, President Biden and Vice President Harris announced a new action that removes barriers to protections and citizenship for undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens and who have been here for years. The order also includes a pathway for Dreamers who graduate from college with special skills like me. In Nevada, within the mental health field, I am serving a community that is vastly underserved, and I represent a vastly underrepresented demographic within my profession, making me the first undocumented licensed psychologist in Nevada. But as the VP says, not the last. I know Vice President Harris shares my I can, and yes, it is possible approach. She is a leader who sees what is possible and fights to protect our freedoms, our freedom to live free from gun violence, our freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water, and our freedom to make decisions about our own bodies. I know she will stick up for people like me and our communities. With this same belief of the impossible being possible, it is my honor to introduce the first woman to be elected Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris.
Thank you. It is so good to be back in Nevada, and thank you all the leaders who are here. Thank you. And can we please hear it for Dr. Norma and her extraordinary life and leadership, please. So I want to thank everyone who is here today. I want to thank all the elected leaders who are here. I know Senator Catherine Cortez Masto was here earlier. She and I were AGs together. She's doing an extraordinary job as a senator. Senator Mark Kelly, who is just always fighting for the people of Nevada and using his lifelong dedication to our country in a way that is about service and uplifting so many people. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, thank you for your leadership. And of course, Senator Jackie Rosen, who we will re-elect this November. And on behalf of my husband, the second gentleman of the United States, we together thank all the friends and the long-standing supporters who are here, including the leaders of LULAC. It is so good. It is so good to be with all of you. All right, so last night, President Joe Biden and Donald Trump had their first debate. And earlier today, the president said himself it was not his best performance. But there are three things that were true yesterday before the debate that are still true today. Let's level set on this, all right? First, the stakes of this race could not be higher. Second, the contrast in this election could not be more stark. And third, we believe in our President, Joe Biden, and we believe in what he stands for. That's right. And to that point, we all know, let's not forget, he beat Donald Trump once. And in Nevada, with your help, we're going to do it again. And we're going to win because for all the punditry last night, for all of that, our president made clear there is a contrast between someone who lies and someone who leads. Let's start with the thing we have always known. Donald Trump is unburdened by the truth. It's not a burden he carries. Case in point, last night, a nonstop stream of lies. He said the neo-Nazi rally in Charlottesville was, quote, fabricated. Well, let us speak the truth. That's a lie. He said the mob he incited at the United States Capitol on January 6th was only a, quote, small number of people who were, quote, ushered in by the police. A lie. He claimed he never called our troops suckers and losers. As General John Kelly can tell you, another lie. Friends, most of us agree. In a real leader, character matters more than style. And Donald Trump simply does not have the character to be President of the United States. For further context, consider more than 20 of his former top leaders, from his former Secretary of Defense to his National Security Advisor to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, have spoken out against Trump. And note, between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, only one candidate on that stage has the endorsement of his own vice president, Joe Biden. And former Vice President Pence is evidently not supporting a second term for Trump because he knows Trump is a threat to our democracy, and he only fights for himself, not you. Now, some of you might remember that recently, when Donald Trump was here in Las Vegas, in 104-degree heat, he told a crowd, quote, "I don't care about you, I just want your vote." Well, that's about the only thing he said lately that rings true. Nevada, as Vice President, I see Joe Biden when the cameras are on and when the cameras are off, in the Oval Office, negotiating bipartisan deals. I see him in the Situation Room, keeping our country safe, on the world stage, meeting with foreign leaders who often ask for his advice. Joe Biden is a leader who always fights for the people of our nation. He fights and he wins. And he wins. And he wins. Think about it. Think about it in terms of who our president is. Guided by the knowledge that Latinos are 70% more likely to have diabetes, Joe Biden took on Big Pharma and capped the cost of insulin for our seniors at $35 a month. He negotiated with Republicans and Democrats and passed historic legislation, the largest infrastructure investment in generations, and the first major gun safety law in nearly 30 years. And Las Vegas knows why that is important. He strengthened NATO and stood up to Putin, bringing together our allies around the world. Nevada last night clarified the stakes of this election. On the economy, Joe Biden pointed out how economists, including Nobel Prize-winning economists, have determined, check this out, have determined Trump's economic plans going forward would raise inflation and send us into a recession by 2025. This is their findings based on reviewing his plans. On democracy, last night Donald Trump repeatedly refused to commit to agree he would accept the results of the 2024 election. And finally, on the subject of reproductive freedom, last night Trump called the overturning of Roe versus Wade a, quote, great thing. And as President Biden has said, we know Trump will sign a national abortion ban if he gets the chance. But we won't let him. We won't let him. Because we trust women to know what is in their own best interest as opposed to having their government tell them what to do with their bodies. So, listen, we've got 130 days, I'm counting, until Election Day. 130 days. And this race will not be decided by one night in June. This race will be decided by you, by us. Who sits in the White House next year will be determined by what we together do in these next 130 days. And ultimately, in this election, we each face a question. What kind of country do we want to live in? A country of freedom, compassion, and rule of law, or a country of chaos, fear, and hate? We each have the power, each of us has the power to answer this question with our vote and with our voice. So today I ask Nevada, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we